Or here's the thing about attention that works really well for bedtime is, I'm sure you've all heard of some variation of the method of letting them cry it out. Problem with that is, once they start crying, if you don't come back, a lot of times, where does it go? It escalates more, right? And so then they say, well, just stay longer, but then if they start crying more, it can very quickly spiral out of control. What I encourage parents to do, not for the lame excuses, but what about a child who is lonely, who maybe is insecure? Okay? For them, they will often, oh, but I'm scared, and just to get you to stay there. What I encourage is kind of doing the reverse, which is go in and check on them and say, I will be back. As long as you stay in your bed, I will be back. And then you set the timer for a really short period of time, like 1 minute. If they won't last 1 minute, set it for 30 seconds. And you go back first. In other words, you proactively go back and check on them reliably. You don't leave it up for them to misbehave to call you in. So you go back, and when they handle, and you do 30 seconds or a minute, when they handle that minute, then the next time you go out and you set it for 2 minutes. And then in 2 minutes you go back and you check on them before they have to make a bid for your attention. If they handle the 2 minutes, then you move it up to 5 minutes. You come back at 5 minutes. They don't have to misbehave to get your attention because you're reliable. Now, if they get out of the bed, you just don't increase it from where you are. But the next night, say you got up to 5 minutes. Next night, you start at 5 minutes. Okay? And you check on them at 5, and you work up to 10. Now, I'm taking it at really small increments. You don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, if you think they'll last for 10, you could start at 10, but it depends on how bad your situation is as to what number you start at. But do you get are you getting the logic of this? They're not having to make a bid for your attention. You're giving it to them reliably so they don't have to misbehave. Okay? And you're working them up working them up in terms of the increments so that they can handle it when you're gone. The problem with most of the crying it out is they're not handling it now, so why are we increasing the time? They're just going to lose it longer and have a harder time calming down. Make sense? So it's kind of backwards. It's a little bit of a variation on that.